Hey everyone, it's Shailena again, representing Hey Ugly, the nonprofit organization that's saving the lives of those being bullied. So for this week, I wanted to talk about Hey Bullying's page that talks about the 10 success stories of people that have been bullied and how that motivated them to just kind of prove everybody wrong and be the best possible versions of themselves they could be, and they became super successful because of that. So while there are 10 people on the list, there's not a lot of time to talk about 10 people, so I'm just going to cover 3 people that really stood out to me. The first one is Chris Rock. So I didn't know this about Chris Rock, but when he was little, he was bullied for being, black and for being, considered weaker, one of the weaker and smaller kids in his grade. So he was bullied physically, and obviously with the physical bullying, a lot of times teasing is associated. So Chris Rock found a way to channel all that, pain and humiliation, and used it to kind of harvest his talent for finding humor even in the most difficult and hard situations. There's a really great quote from his little section of the story that he says that if you took a whole room of some of the most successful people ever and asked them, how many of them had been bullied, most of those hands would go up. So I think that's an excellent point, and that's something that can kind of keep anyone motivated. The second person is Tony Hawk. So everyone knows that Tony Hawk is like a really cool skateboarder, and he's known for, having his own business and the Tony Hawk Foundation to help encourage youth students, and he's just a very cool guy in general. But according to the Hey Ugly article, he was not always seen as a cool guy. In fact, his passion for skateboarding was made fun of, and he was bullied for it by a lot of people. And even some of his teachers told him that he'd never amount to anything with the skateboarding or make it. And he is like the best known skateboard name ever. So, it's awesome that he kind of turned all that negative and made it into like this amazing positive. There's a couple of quotes in Tony Hawk's section, but the one that stood out to me was, they gave me the fire to push it even further. So, those people that were telling him he couldn't and that he wouldn't kind of ignited something in him that made him just go for it even more than he would have otherwise. So, it's kind of awesome that he was able to do that despite what everybody else was, putting him down. And the last person I want to talk about is Kiyoko. I'm hoping pronouncing the last name right. Many of you that are my age will remember the movie Lemonade Mouth from Disney Channel. She was one of the actresses in Lemonade Mouth. And that was a super cute movie and like really fun, and it had positive messages as well. But she idolized a lot of the popular girls at her school, and they kind of outcasted her and didn't really include her and try to be friends with her. So she wanted to encourage people and empower them to find their own confidence within themselves and not worry about what other people do. And obviously, Kiyoko is a very successful, actress and musician, and, she's just an all-around, beautiful person that has this very positive message that she wants to give to the world. So along with those 3 that I mentioned, there are 7 other stories to read, and they're all very inspiring and positive, but these were the ones that, like I said, were kind of like the best known to me. So check it out at, 10 successful people who were bullied at heyugly.org, and, see what other stories are there that could help inspire you. So that's all I have for this week's video. In the meantime, remember that you don't always know what someone else is going through, but you could always be nice and you could always be kind, and have a great week.